Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Heartwell dev stream, the live stream series where I continue to develop this adorable Souls-like action RPG with platforming mechanics and a branching narrative. And if you find these dev streams to be fun, interesting, or helpful, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and boop that bell button to stay notified. And hello, Snowflake! Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? I see you have has a very cute emote there. Yeah, how's it going? Welcome to another dev stream. As per usual, I'll go over some things that have changed since last time, and then we'll get right into the work itself. Pretty much like last time, though, most of tonight's work is going to revolve around level design and tile set making, so we won't get to see too much of Dorothy walking around here, but I might as well show what's new. So, first and foremost, I did optimize the code a bit for the the Cobra here. So, the Cobra is able to still follow us, attack us, do all its fun stuff, but now that pink box that used to be there is no longer necessary, so it only takes 3 objects to get the Cobra to do this as opposed to 4. Oh, hey, Dr. Nicholson, hello, Dabby APF, thank you all so much for dropping by. How's it going, and all of you? Hello. But, as I was saying, so Cobra is a bit more optimized now. Unfortunately, the Cobra does not, I can't, like, copy the Cobra without duplicating code in order to have multiple Cobras on the same area. So that is a bit of an annoyance that I don't have with rattlesnakes or the Cobrattles. But, hey, the Irish guy, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Oh, cool, Dabby APF. Q&A session, that sounds like fun. Oh, what do those counters do? I should probably explain. So, what you are seeing there, chat, is some of my debug counters that help me understand, that I use to help me optimize the Cobra's moving here. So, you can't see it right now, but actually, let me fix this real quick. Let me make sure that you guys can have a better understanding of what's going on here. Let me just... Oop. Alright. And up here, visible at the start. Oh, right. Need to reset that one. Okay, so you'll probably notice now, chat, the there's now some squares there that were not there before. As well as that blue object, which is the Cobra's actual collision box. Fair enough. It's not a cold steel knife, Dr. Nicholson. So those numbers on the left indicate the difference between where the Cobra and collision bots are versus where an internal value for the pathfinding algorithm is for the Cobra. Oh, cool, JJ Sparks. Also, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? But yeah, as I was mentioning, the what you're seeing here, notice how like one of these things increments in like factors of 8, and the other is moving much more quickly. The reason for that is the one that's moving more quickly is the actual XY coordinates of the Cobra, and the things that are incrementing like that are actually internal values in the Cobra that are telling it where to go for pathfinding. Now, when the Cobra's in 8-directional movement like this is irrelevant. It only takes effect where it counts is when the Cobra starts pathfinding. So let's say I break line of sight. Now it's in pathfinding mode. Now it needs these numbers in order to find Dorothy. So that's what those are. So those were I needed to use those counters a lot to make sure that as part of the debugging process, to make sure that the pathfinding algorithm turns on when it's supposed to and turns off when it shouldn't be there. So that is why you see those there. Many hours were spent better optimizing the code here, and it's I think in terms of long term, I don't foresee myself resolving the duplication issue I have with the Cobra prior to the demo's release, simply because I can still effectively get multiple Cobras in the same level by duplicating code. It's a very inefficient way to do it, but it's still possible. This does use the percent of the engines used to make my old games. So cool to have the APF. Yeah, yeah. If you've used like Multimedia Fusion 2 or Games Factory 2, then yeah, this is the follow-up to that. So this is Fusion 2.5. As I was saying, I don't foresee myself getting to a point where I can duplicate multiple Cobras in the same frame and just have them all act independently of each other without without actually duplicating code. Yep, it is a magical Cobra. But that should not hinder my ability to use multiple Cobras on the same level, at least for the demo. Now, in the full game, I'll probably want to spend more time trying to resolve that, just to reduce development headaches further down the line. Because, I mean, this game's going to have a lot of areas, and I have to imagine quite a number of enemies will need some kind of pathfinding, so that's, that'll be, we'll say, a problem for future Antomicx. Oh, I'm glad you guys liked it too. So, the thing about Fusion 2.5 is it does come with a lot of default sound effects that you're allowed to use, courtesy of Clickteam, and though you can get a lot of mileage out of those, so, almost, I will say, chat, I'm going to show you 3 sound effects, and only one of them is custom made. I want you to guess which one it is. So first, we'll say throwing a rock. Second will be hitting an opponent. And the third will be the Cobra hiss. So, just a little fun quiz for you, chat. Well, which one do you think was a default sound effect, and which one did I actually make myself? Yep, exactly, Davey APF. Actually, you know what? Just for fun, let's put to a poll. Give me 1 second. Where is it? There it is. Don't worry, Snowflake. I will make which sound effect was made by Antomicx? Option A will be player Dorothy throwing item. Option B will be attack hitting enemy. Option C will be Cobra hissing. I'll give you 5 minutes to respond, chat. Alright, you should be seeing that come up, I think, in the... Yep, so I think the poll should be in the chat now. If you're able to see it, chat. Yep, there it is, at the very top. Oh, interesting. So we got one for Dorothy throwing a rock and one for Cobra hissing. I'll give you all a few minutes to... Can I play them again? Of course, of course. Let me do that real quick. So first, Dorothy throws an object. Oop. Then there's the attack hitting an enemy. I'll leave that for last since the attack that might actually kill the Cobra. But then there's the Cobra hissing. And finally, attack hitting an enemy. Anyway, so that is your choices for sound effects. Alrighty. Get booped? Oh no. Sorry about that, chat. I just needed to set up something in the, make sure I could still view chat while I'm doing some work. I forgot that, I ordered some new sunglasses. Oh, cool, KK Sparks. That's really cool. Oh, fair enough, Snowflake. Also, hello, Dreadpool! Thank you so much for dropping by. There's still time to answer in a poll. I had some sound effects that I was showing, and I was curious to see which... Apparently, the poll is all tied. But I was curious to see which of these sound effects was not a default sound, was actually a sound that I made. Is it Dorothy throwing an object? Is it Cobra hissing? Or is it an attack hitting in the Cobra? So... Oop. But yeah, that's justice for that. While that's happening, I think while you're all finishing up with that poll, I think I might as well show you some other things I've been working on before we get into level design land, as I'll call it. Alrighty. So some other things I have been working on. Yep, sorry about that, chat. So, got a little distracted there. Some other things I've been working on. So, as I mentioned before, I'm starting to begin implementing the, basically an opening for the game. So, if you think like the really old kind of games where just before you get to the menu, you got those nice still images, and you have a bit of a kind of a setup for what the story is. Think of it like think of it kind of like a prologue of some kind in some books you might read. So I've been working on that. I'm loath to show too much before the demo is released because, again, this is a very story-heavy game, and I want you all to experience that. But just know that it'll look something like this when you first start Heartwell, and with the opening. It'll be tucked down here. And yeah, so that's what I'm working on in, we'll say, off-stream, since, again, spoiler stuff. And I also started experimenting. Oh, you had a question, Snowflake? Is that a building of sorts? A flying building over the ocean? Looks super cool. Thanks, Snowflake. I think, I'll simply respond no comment at this point, just because, again, I have written out this full opening already. I just don't want to say too much. But I did draw that, and it will be elaborated upon in the opening. But if you want chat, you can feel free to speculate as to what this is. That's all up to you. But, where was I? Oh, yeah. Other thing I was experimenting on off-stream is I started the process of implementing, just seeing what it's like to implement backgrounds. So if you look over here, chat, this might look very familiar. If you all recall from previous dev streams, what we've been working on in the level design department. Yep. Okay, interesting guess, KJ Smarts. Interesting guess. Interesting guess, Davy. So, yep, this is the, we'll say the first dungeon that we've been working on over the past number of weeks. Still got a ways to go with the level design, but it's starting to come along. But this is just what you're seeing here, chat, is making use of the background of the quick backdrop objects in order to be much more efficient with our object usage here. Okay, so Cobra has... Okay, let me... That's actually a good point, chat. So, voting is over. Let me check. I think you said... Oh, yeah. Cobra hissing definitely won, and you're absolutely correct, chat. That is, in fact, the only sound of the 3 sounds I played that was not a default sound effect. I actually made that myself. And you might be saying, well, Antomicx, how did you make that sound effect? And the answer is just Audacity and trying to make the sound similar to that myself and messing with different pitches. So I think I did something like or something like that, and then I played with the tone a little bit to get it to sound like that. So for those of you who voted, hit that. That's how I made the Cobra sound. Aw, thanks everybody. But yeah, as you can see, there's no collision yet. There's nothing quite like this. This is just making use of the backdrop object. But once collision's implemented, this will... And I start to flesh this out a bit, that this dungeon design will really come alive. Like, this is just silly. Dorothy walking on walls and through walls. But this is, right now, this is just what a backdrop is. So if we go into here, you can actually see what that is. So, as you can see, that's literally all it is. It's a static image that we put in the background. Its purpose is to be a static image in the background. And you might say, well, Antomicx, isn't that going to cost a lot of processing power? And the answer to that, may surprise you. No. And that's because backdrop objects, the way Fusion 2.5 compiles things, it has certain limits that affect its performance. And I think the limit is like 20,000-ish active objects that are not unique in one frame, or 2,000 unique active objects in a single frame. That's a hard limit. But though when you approach that, things get laggy. However, with backdrops, the limit is like 65,536 or something like that. So I can have a lot more of these in a frame without causing lag than I can active objects of the same thing. Yep, exactly, Snowflake. You thought the Cobra was like, this looks like the right choice, but it's not. Nope, it is the right choice. So, the thing about that is that the Cobra is a... I had to make that myself. The rattlesnake actually is not... It is a default sound. Like, that is just the default rattlesnake sound from Clickteam's sound pack for Fusion 2.5. But the Cabrattle is a hybrid. What I mean by that is I actually took the Cobra's rattling sound and turned the pitch down. So just to give you some perspective here, you'll probably hear it. This is what a rattlesnake sounds like. And that's the default rattlesnake sound from Fusion 2.5, but with the Cabrattle, I turned that down a bit. So you probably notice that it sounds a lot, a bit deeper and echoier. That's on purpose. I think it sounds a bit more intimidating. It also differentiates it from the Cobra you see there. Yep, so rattlesnake, Cobra, Cabrattle. Gabby APF. It's a Cobra rattlesnake. Or Cabrattle, as I like to call it. So, that's just the fun of sound design. Anywho, so those are the main things I've been working on off stream. And it's been, I think, a fair amount of time, so let's get into some more level design and tile set making, chat. And I'm realizing that I did not open the tile editor, so let me get that up real quick. There we go. That's total 100% out now. What weird pet would I get if I could, like snakes or axolotls, for example? Fate Sports, a great question. Great question, Snowflake. It's actually something I haven't... I mean, I have considered it. It's just more of a question of... sure, Gabby, I can call you that. I guess the thing about footstep sounds that I'm thinking of is, if I add in footstep sounds for Dorothy, would I conversely have to add in sound effects for any movements among, we'll say, different enemy types? And I could easily see how that could get... I mean, that's doable. I'm just, it's something I would have to get working in the background. Please tell us more about the wallpaper when you can. Sure enough, Antomicx. Sure enough, Rector. To answer your question, though, it is parts, I'd say probably a bat, just because ever since I was a kid, I've really liked bats as a species. There's over 1,000 different species of bats. They're really cool. They're the only mammals that they can fly. They're all, I think of them as air dogos, because they literally look like little dogs with wings, and they're adorable. But they also go after insects or fruits and a bunch of other things. So, you know what, Snowflake? I take back what I say. We're going to hold off on level design just for a smidge, because you brought up an excellent point with the sound design idea. So I think that it deserves at least a little bit of attempt on stream, since I think it's simple enough that we can attempt it. But it would also be a nice thing to add. As for your question, Brektor, can you tell us more about your wallpaper? Sure, let's do that real quick. So, people may be wondering, what the heck is this wallpaper? Well, that artwork, minus Emily, of course, is the official wallpaper. It's like some kind of artwork that was made for the remake of Shining Force, called Shining Force: Resurrection of the Dark Dragon. And all these characters, except for Emily, are characters from Shining Force. So basically, looking at this is mostly my childhood, except for Emily. Emily, I added in myself, and that by the way, that is not my own drawing. That is some fan art of Emily. I forget the name of the artist, but they drew Emily in some kind of outfit for, I think it was some sort of video game, a different video game from Crosscode. And I felt it was just very fitting for. It was just a very fitting outfit for Emily. I could definitely see her playing a character like this in some massive multiplayer online game. And so I of course add Emily to the Shine Force wallpaper, and there you go. That's my desktop background. I think you've mentioned that before, Copper Nicholson. Yep, you're right, Drakor. That's Joe Dirt, being the most useless character ever, which it was, again, the point. He was designed to be a joke character. That's all good, though. So anyway, I like this as my wallpaper because it makes me think of some of my favorite games, as well as just also reminds me of my childhood, so all positive vibes I get whenever I see this wallpaper. To be fair, this is, again, just artwork of all the characters at once. I think what you're thinking of, Grektor, would be the... Shining Force has a lot of very well-drawn character portraits. And in fact, that was a big inspiration for the character portraits I draw on Heartwell. And I will admit, the character portraits I draw on Heartwell are nowhere near as detailed or impressive as what you can see in Shining Force. But at the same time, I am not the best artist. And I think even functional character portraits are more than enough to convey the tone that I need to. Now, as for getting into a little bit of sound design here, what I'm going to attempt to do first is create some kind of loop that will allow us to have Dorothy make the sound over an interval when certain things are happening. And to do that, we're going to have to first go to the actual walking areas of the movements. So specifically the areas where if a button is pressed, we end up getting the character Dorothy to move. So I think that's here, if I'm remembering correctly. Yep, okay. So this is the code for making Dorothy move. So what we need to do is we need to have some kind of looping sound when Dorothy is moving. Unfortunately, not while walking is playing. Oh, wait a minute. No. We could do that here. Because this is where... well, actually, wait, no. Walking is on. So, press the button. It sets is walking is on. Okay, I think I see what we can do. So, if this walking is on, and all that stuff is off, we're changing animation sequence to walking. I could probably use this line as sort of a base. What I mean by that is... I'll explain that in a moment, chat. Got a message here. Have I ever done a birthday stream? Did question take Sparks? I have not. If I feel like I reach a certain goal for Heartwell once it's finished, will you have celebration streams? Of course, absolutely, 1000% take Sparks. I feel like that goes without saying. I mean, at this point, it's been well over a year since I started working on Heartwell, so I'm hoping to have some celebration streams at some point. We have sunglasses Dorothy Sprite for people who beat the game without dying. Yes. I mean, maybe not in the game, but what you mean is more so for things. The issue I take with that, Brettgore, is just the way the animations work in this game. That would not be easy to implement. I basically have to redraw every single animation with sunglasses. So, I would say in-game probably not, but I am amused by the idea of getting sunglasses as some kind of reward. Yeah. Alright, sounds good, take this parts. Oh, glad to see you're happy, Dabby. So, now let's see if I can get this to work as I'm thinking. So, that line up there, of course, controls the walking animation. Now, if I could tie the silence to just this line, that'd be a great optimization. However, I do feel there's some logic here we need to make sure we don't just end up with, we'll say, the infinitely repeating sound effect of death. And that is when you play the same sound effect infinitely when a condition's met, and it just sounds like absolute garbage. So, great question, Brettgore. So, my birthday is October 11th, which is, in fact, this coming Monday. So, for those who are interested, that's my birthday. Showing up real soon. I'll probably just get myself a nice dinner sometime this weekend as a way to celebrate. But yeah, so what I'm thinking for this is, if Is Walking is on, we need another flag here somewhere that we can tie it to. And I'm thinking, since we have a lot of space with it, we could always tie it to the hitbox, since the hitbox has a lot of unused flags, I think. Oh. Yeah, it would probably be a good idea to put it on the hitbox. So we will call this flag, Is Walking Sounds It's Playing. Alright, Is Walking is on. So, I have this to the hitbox. Is Walking Sounds Playing. Oh, it was Yui! You're right, Snowflake. Now I remember. Yeah, Yui drew that Emily fan art. It's really good, isn't it, Snowflake? Yep, I would have a Libra sign, KK Sparks, that's correct. Fair enough, Snowflake. I actually did not know that. I love Yui's artwork. She does such a... they do such a great job. So, let's see here. We need that to turn on when the other thing is active. And I think this will be the spot to do it. So, we'll copy that, edit that, Is Walking Sounds Playing. That is... Well, actually, wait. Well, no, I'll set Is Walking Sounds playing on. No, I take it back. not there. So, is walking sounds playing is off, is walking is on. We'll say... set on, is walking sounds playing. And now we need a sound effect, so I'm going to use, we actually have to look for sounds, chat. So let's do that. Alrighty. To the library. Where is... Nice quick access. Gotta be here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Oh, cool, JT. Hey, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Just ordered some food. Nice. Working on, ooh, a new world. Cool. That's a lot of that, JT. Right now, we're looking for a walking sound effect. I think... No, it's not there. Maybe it's under the human category? Bodily, maybe? Oh, we do have steps. They're just like regular steps? Probably not. Let's listen. No, that's way too fast. No. Why isn't walking a sound effect? We might have to do some shenanigans, chat, in Audacity. It's like, is there any other spot it might be? No. That would be cartoon. Would it be home? Nope. That would be there. No. As after I started doing fully, no, JG the legal now. So let's see here. Not going to be here. Really feel like there should be just a footstep sound effect somewhere. Something like that. No, that would be bad. Maybe cartoon? No. No. Okay. Elements? Dorothy likes to make her actress no, yes. Like just attack me. This is our attempts to find a sound effect that would make sense for walking. Yeah, in the default sound effects library. Fortunately, I've not seen anything that would make a whole lot of sense yet. The closest thing was fast steps, but that doesn't, Oh, wait! Patter. No, that's not the kind of patter I was thinking of. No. Okay. So we've got this stuff, but this doesn't make no sense. I mean, because if we heard that over and over and over again, I feel like we would go insane. So, might actually be a good time to go into Audacity and see if we can't record something. Now, if we are going to go into Audacity to record something, that means I am going to have to turn off the music, just briefly. So, let us go do that. First, must turn off music. Up Audacity. We might be able to do Snowflake. We can try that, though my guess is we're probably going to be better off making our own sound effects. And my thought is I have a table here, so if I just bang my fingers on that, that might sound okay. So let's try that. All right, so if you're wondering what I'm doing here, chat, all I'm doing is I'm taking my fingers and tapping it on a wooden table. Ooh. That sounds... Table reveal, oh no! Oh yeah, I like this first two, chat. How's this sound? Like, if this were looped here, so... Just... Well, not like that. That sounds a bit, first. But, like, if we space it out a bit, so... Like that. Well, I mean, obviously we need to even it out a bit, but I think you get what I'm saying, right, chat? Fair enough, Redcore. Oh, you liked it too. Awesome. All right. Then we'll try something like this and see if we can't make it... We'll try something like this and see if we can't make it work. We also have... We'd also go a bit quieter if we wanted, so something like this. So, I mean, what do you think, chat? Louder or softer? Because again, this is more of an immersion thing than anything else. Yeah, quieter. Yeah, definitely softer. All right, then let's go with softer. Though the thing is about doing this kind of thing, chat, is if the material is substantially different. Like, I mean, for the most part, we should only be walking on stone and wood, at least in the demo. But if it were to say be on something significantly different, let's say I start walking on grass, that would be a different sound effect unto itself. I would. Well, I mean, we could always just keep the default as a baseline, but if I want to go the extra mile, that would be the kind of thing you do, is try to have different sound effects depending on the surface being walked on. Wood and grass, no. Yep, this is Audacity, Copper Nicholson. So, what we're going to do... Well, first we're going to save this project as just some potential footstep audio. So, we shall call this... Footstep audio archive ideas 1. Then we shall delete that. Delete that. And save you as... Oh dear. Nope. I need to save that as something else, not... We'll call this Footsteps 1. So, if we play this on loop, what does it sound like? Okay, not quite even yet. I think if it's closer. Okay. Just a tad bit more? Okay. We could just get rid of it at the end. There we go. That sounds more like it. Okay. Now we export that as an MP3. Actually need a new folder here. Footsteps. Called Footsteps 1. Yep. Now that we have that, now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, chat, is sometimes the way Fusion pulls up sound effects is bizarre and it cuts bits off, so we'll have to see if it sounds like it should in-game. So in order to do that, I'll just have a simple little test. So the mouse, when mouse wheel is moved up, sample, play sample, footsteps. All right. And now just as a little test. All right, it sounds good. Now we need to actually implement it. So sample footsteps. That is all walking sounds playing on. So that'll get playing, that sounds on. Then we make another line to turn that sound effect off. So it's walk. And that is place you with walking sounds playing is on. And we'll have a not condition, so is a sample not playing. No, not that. Is a specific sample not playing, and that is where is it? Steps 1. Right, so that sound's not playing, and is it on? We will set this off. Off. Walking sound playing. And I think if we do it like that, chat, it should allow us to have that looping effect. Let's give it a try. And nothing's happening. All right. Well, that tells us something isn't quite working here. Now, of course, my concern here, chat, is if we delete that, just as a test, this is probably gonna hurt, so. Oh, no. Nothing. Alright. Well, clearly the fault is here somewhere. That's what's causing it to play the sound. Is there something else turning on this? Could it be... This is a stopping error. It might be. Try that. Probably won't fix it. Yeah, it didn't fix it. Okay. Alright. Well. Deactivate that one. Tap there. Try this. Alright, well. We got somewhere, chat. So we got it for the right side. I think it... I also just realized we need to make sure that when the player stops moving, that just stops that sound effect. So, stop the specific sample. Footsteps 1. We'll test that out. It did not stop. Oh, it did not stop because it's... Yeah. Okay. Is there anything here that just says when it's Oh, I know what to do. Flip that off. Yep. Yep, I think that did it, chat. They're noticing like it's cutting off mid bit as Storthy stops, which is good. But I do think it's not quite matching up with her animation. So, what if there's any way we could speed that up a bit? We can. We just need to reduce the Okay, no problem. Davy, thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you have an awesome night. So, I think this will work. We just need a copy of this code to the other things. The only thing we have to do now is actually reduce the delay here, make this happen faster. So, it'll be speed. Yep, we're making sounds right now. That's why there's no music in the background, since I actually do need to listen very carefully for this. I'll export you as Footsteps 1-1. We'll try that to see if it syncs up a bit better. Oh dear. Oh, I know why that happened. Because it didn't, yeah. Why you check for these things, chat? As if you don't, it's, sadness happens. As we just saw. So that what I call like the repeating sound of death. That's what that is. That's what happens when you make mistakes with repeating sounds. Okay, I think it's closer. I don't know, chat. It seems very close though. Not quite. That lining up. Let's just get onto a wall and see if this is working. Dorothy is tap dancing and fast forward. Oh, those are some good questions, TT Sports. Alright, chat, am I going insane, or is that lining up properly? Honestly, hard to tell, because... as I'm staring at the animation, I feel like it's going faster in intervals, but it's hard because it's so close. Okay, so I think what's happening is it's at the end, there's just too much of a delay. Like, the actual bop lines up, but I think it still stand to be a little faster, maybe. It's time for me saying that's the first step is a... Yeah, okay. So, you're right, Gregor. So, if we're listening to this, I think we actually need to get remove a smidge off the end. Then we'll try that, chat. Yeah, it does seem better. Okay. It does, yeah, it does need to be faster though. I think that the time between it's better though. So save that. And effect, change speed. And then a smidge faster. Oh dear. Forgot about that. Kind of important. Oh, these aren't heartbeat noises, Copper Nicholson. They're footstep noises. Oh, whoops. My bad. Okay. So I think what ended up happening as we got faster is it actually made it higher pitched. So before it had more time to be softer, if that makes sense. So I think we actually need to just change the pitch down a smidge. Not much, just a smidge. So. Oh. That is true, Snowfly. That just happens to do with how the animation frames work, so yeah. Or maybe it's not so much that her feet move faster, I think it's just the way it's presented. Anyway. I think that's closer. Yep, that's a good point, Rekor. I'll call this version 1-4. Yeah, that sounds closer to the original. Doop. Doop, doop. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go, chat. Now, just to make sure it plays for every direction, all we have to do for that is have the thing set the is walking on in each direction. And now, yeah. So, it's a really good spot to. I think we could test it better if we are walking upwards. Yeah. So the way Dorothy's animated, there is. If I'm moving like to the left or right, it makes sense because you see those move. Let me double check those animations to make sure they're all lining up. I think they should be. Let's check it. So, nah, sorry, wrong Dorothy. This Dorothy. Okay. 8. No, it's the same. It's all the same speed. What is? Oh, I see what it is. So, more of a visual thing is obviously when you're looking at Dorothy from the side, it looks like she's taking one step forward and then she moves the steps to the same thing, feet together. Whereas if she's looking from the front or from behind, obviously one foot's moving forward, but the other one's moving backward, and this gives the illusion that she's more stuff is going on. I think. Yeah. So, in my view, we might actually want even faster footsteps because what we're seeing from the side here is a bit misleading. Since we're only doing basically a footstep every other step. Back to the sound drawing board. Okay. So we need to divide this in half. So just need that to be twice as fast. Call this version 1-5. And okay, but we're going to need to change that pitch. But in terms of just speed. I even need to be a little bit faster. That pitched just down a bit. Too soft. Bass boost that. Okay. So that versus the default is. Whoa. Too much bass. Hmm. Then we change the pitch down a bit. I don't know, maybe not. So at least try that, see how it sounds. Agreed, KT Sparks, agreed. So, this sound. Okay, I think that's the right speed. It just sounds awful. Okay. So we got the right speed, now we just need the right sound. Footsteps too. I don't think what else we can do here that's going to help. Right now it doesn't. Oh? No. Strange, because I know like the stuff we had earlier sounds way better. Oh, like that, yeah. Like Minecraft almost. Okay, better. Alright, I think we'll try that, chat. I know I said Minecraft, but honestly, that kind of reminds me of the Minecraft footstep sound effect, at least when you're walking on stone. Let's give it a try. Because that's what I said. We have a lot of footsteps here. Heartwell Minecraft crossover. When? Oh no. Dorothy, that's the pickaxe weapon. She's become too powerful. She can literally break all the levels. No. Mm-hmm. No. Okay. Try it, chat. What do you think, chat? I mean, to be fair, the thing we have to keep in mind about walking is there's only so many times in the game where you walk around, there's just no, we'll say, background audio whatsoever. Think like music. Oh, you liked it. Awesome, Snowflake. What do you think, chat? I also just noticed that it is playing when we're jumping, which is not good. Let's fix that. Somewhere around here is walking as long as jumping. Where's our jump control here? Oh yeah, when dashing is on, we definitely want actually we could just have an alternate condition that forces the audio off. So we'll say is jumping is on, or is falling is on, or is falling down walls on, yeah, true. It is meant to be a small touch for immersion. 9 is on, or attack melee is on, or range is on, or I think we'll need is preoccupied on, just for safekeeping. And is healing too. So I don't think we can walk and heal. Basically, if the player is doing anything where they should be walking, just turn that sound off. So, there we go. We'll try it with dashing. Oh, we should probably also have something to stop the sound, so... just a forced stop. I mean, the dashing sound haven't been so fast it's hard to tell if it's still on or not. Oh, I know what. I know what we could do. Add this. All we have to do is add this logic here. So something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So falling down wall. At melee. At ranged. Dying. Preoccupied. Healing. So basically, this sound cannot play if any of those are on. So right now, that's all fine and dandy. We jump. That's good. Okay. I think what we could also do is we could have it so that when the player like presses the dash button, it forces off the sound. So where's the dash? Maybe that would help. Alright, I think that will... I think that fits it, so... Whoops. Now for some other, again, testing, I'm going to hold off a direction key and see what happens if we attack. Good. Need a slower attack. Good. I think there's also healing, so... Good. Alright. I think... Yeah. And just as a check for my own sanity, I swear dashing is... Okay, there we go. Alright, chat. I think that'll do it for now. She step. Yeah, I remember those too. I think I remember Jumpstart Third Grade Mystery when I was younger. Though I think the Humongous Entertainment games were ones I played more. So I think like Pajama Sam and Spy Fox and Pat Pat, Freddy the Fish, all those games. But yeah, I think this will do nicely for a walking sound effect. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I will say thank you, chat, for suggesting this. I was thinking of footstep things, but I wasn't sure how much it would help. But I do think that this does. It helps a bit with immersion. Though, whether I would add footsteps to enemies is a different matter entirely. I feel like if there were too many enemies in one spot, that might actually get annoying sounding. Having it for the players, nice. That's true. Alright, so Freyfish did not mess around. Yeah. So, let's get our music back on. I think that's more than sufficient for what we've done. Anyway, I guess this is unofficially the sound effects, the sound design stream, chat. It's all good. Get that line. Probably add a little note here. Okay. I didn't explain this to myself. First line above. Disables walking sound effect. Player. Something other than walking. Above. Oh no, Snowflake, it's completely fine. This is important stuff. I actually watched a video recently just for my own education to understand some guidelines for RPG Maker video game designers on how to make those games commercially successful. Now, granted, this is not an RPG Maker game that's made with Fusion 2.5, which I still think is an extremely underrated piece of software. But one of the things they said that was a common theme among RPG Maker games that didn't do so well is that they had either terrible sound design or just no sound design whatsoever. And what I mean by that is it's not like not having music, it's more so just like having like zero sound effects in places where they would make sense to have sound effects. And it's a little thing, but it's an immersion thing. So I feel like this is a worthwhile. What I'm getting at here, chat, is that this is a worthwhile thing. It was absolutely worth our time to add that, because you might think it's a little detail, but again, it adds to the immersion. And in fact, just to make that point clear, I'm going to copy over the code here so we don't forget about it. So, I think what? Oh, I know what happened. So, if I'm remembering correctly, there's still collision data in here from old, yeah, from the old walking enemy, which is no longer the case here. That was moved around. Yep, I remember the Freddy the Fish Snowflake. Yep, Freddy and Luther going around trying to solve mysteries. Okay, let's test frame. This, I think it was just the directional movement and the dashing that changed. Everything else is the same. So, I walk around. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so we did add, I think, 2 lines of code. No, we added... Oh yeah, we did. 2 lines of code to Antomicx, so that's where that comes from. Now... Hey, no problem, Rekor. Yeah, they're probably just friends and Snowflake, I agree. But this happened, Rekor. We now have Footstep audio. So, immersion. That's what happened, Rekor. Anywho. I also like that it stops appropriately when it's, when something else is going on. There's still a tiny difference between the sound effects, though. Yeah, I think I hear what you're saying, Rekor. We can try adjusting that. Where is Audacity? What is this? We delete some of that. Be closer. No, let's try it, Rekor. Okay. How about that, Rekor? Okay, fair enough, Rekor. I guess my only question is better or worse? Oh, fair enough, Rekor. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you have an awesome night. Okay. I wonder where that would be coming from, because I feel like it's pretty close. The other thing we could try is just having it be one singular sound effect. Alright. What else will you be working on for Heartwell? Good question, KK Sparks. After this messing around with sound effects, I think we'll go back to tile sets and level design, like I originally thought. Okay, so it's definitely faster. Okay, I think this'll... Yeah, I think this'll do for now. The perfectionist in me might mess around with this some more later, but I don't think, there's only so much more we can do before... I have to try estimating how long these differences are. Then if it's 30 seconds long and we have it hit where? Around the 3-second mark and the 20-second mark. Oh, okay, so... Gotta be somewhere in here then. But yeah, as I was saying, KJ Sparks, after this sound effect stuff, I would definitely go into some level design for tonight. Not off by much. That'll get even closer. Version 1-9, chat. Let's give it up for version 1-9. Oh dear. Oh, that's fine. Nope. Not to say that was the worst one. Now I feel like I'm gonna second guess myself because it's... It's weird because, like, I get there's less of a delay here, but... To me, this almost sounds like... This almost sounds like a gallop, as opposed to... Whereas before, yes, there was that lull. But at least the lull felt realistic, if I could make that, if that makes sense. So the thing I think about when walking is almost nobody walks at a perfectly, like, at a perfect pace. Like, they usually tend to favor one foot over the other. It might sound weird, but... I don't know, chat. I feel like 1-8 sound... sounds better to me. Maybe that's just me. But it's just that 1-9 sounds just too fast. Well, it does it. It's so subjective. So subjective. Here, let me pause that for a second. Yeah, does this sound too fast? Because I feel like it kind of does. Oh, what if sound lives to see the difference between the faces too? I don't think that's the issue here, Raptor. Because even in real life, you know, a left foot stabbing down before versus a right foot might sound slightly different, just depending on the way that the ground person walks on the ground. I'm just saying, I feel like this sounds a bit, I want to say almost too fast compared to oh, you mean the difference between consecutive peaks? Well, and we can kind of do that here. So that peak starts 0.029 seconds. Second peak is at 0.184 seconds. And the thing 0.282 seconds long. So 184 0.029, so that's about, let's round that. We'll say it's 0.18 and 0.03, so minus that we end up with 0.015 as a peak. And if the sound's about 0.28 long, that's actually pretty fast, not particularly even. Whereas the other one was, I think it favored the right one just a little bit too much. So a bit over 30 seconds long. The first peak was at 0.21, second peak. We have 3, so down 0.18 in a environment here where it's 0.03 seconds long. Removed about this much before. Maybe if we remove slightly less. It's not that far off from itself. So 0.2 basically, 0.03. At that, we did about 0.17. That. Well, when you play it on repeat, it sounds faster. And I think part of that is just with the way of how it compiles in Fusion 2.5. So Audacity can loop this a lot faster than the other. What we did in Fusion 2.5. That closer? 0.03, 0.0174. About 0.14. Okay. So if we delete 1 second, go here, we move. In theory, number 10. The 10 more consistent. Those might be too fast. We shall find out. Footstep audio everywhere. Okay. That might actually be it, chat. At least timing-wise. Yeah. I think the actual timing this time is on point. It seems to match up pretty well with the animation. But yeah, it does sound weirder, which we can attempt to fix. Probably, I know this also goes back to how things are spliced together. Change that pitch again. Okay. The 2 steps right after the other. And then silence. Oh, that's what you mean by weirder. Oh, I'd still like to try that, and then we'll see. Okay, fair enough, KT Sports. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and yeah, have a good night. Let us attempt. This one. Careful. Right. That's all right, Grekor. That this is all part of the process. You know, want the times between steps to be evenly spaced out. Well, to be fair, like I was saying, in real life, people rarely step in perfect synchronization. Then if we go back to the 1-8, I think that's the one we keep. Like, it's slower, but it does sound and closer to stepping closer in sync. That's what? Game? Hello? Well, that is strange. Okay. Well, the other thing we can try, chat, is if we actually get rid of the second half and just have it repeat like that, that might actually sound better, because it's just one footstep. Let's try one footstep, because if in theory, if it repeats fast enough, it'll sound like actual, footsteps being over and over and over again. Okay. Well, I think this is more even. It's, it's evenly spaced out as just the same note being repeated over and over and over again. Just need to make it sound a smidge better. Probably. It needs to be a smidge faster. Also a bit echoier, if that's the right way to say it. Nope. No. You'll end up with the same desyncing issue, Drekor, unless I guess I just clone it in here, if that's what you mean. Like that. But I think you'd end up with the same desyncing issue, because whenever it resets its sound, there's a very slight delay. Yep, this is a Fusion 2.5 problem, Drekor. And modern problems require modern solutions. Right now it sounds like that. It needs to be quieter. Something like that. Too much. How about that? How about that, chat? Nah, it's a bit too faint. I think that'll do. Then we know that this needs about 30 seconds, so done. There. I'm amazed by just how many different versions of this we're making, chat, which is fine. This is all part of the process of iteration. Iterate those footsteps. Alrighty. I like that sound overall better. It sounds more footsteppy. What? Wait a minute, what? That is not right. We shouldn't be able to move when we're... What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Something isn't right here. Did we create a bud by accident? We might have. But where? Something definitely isn't right here, because we should not be able to move when the attacking animation is on. Is that problem here? No, it's not. We're forced to stop. Why is it happening there, then, I wonder? Well, something clearly isn't right here. I mean, at least the sound is good. Just a problem of the... yeah, so something's allowing us to keep moving without, So I think the thing to do then is we know this code works. We would copy over the player movement code. See if that fixes it. Sound effects will be out of whack, but at least this will let us, let's see if something is messed up here. Now, I know the sound effects aren't right, but we'll fix that. Okay, no, it's not the player movement code. It's probably in the attack code, if I had to guess. Or the mouse code, I should say. Oh no, Rekor. Not at all. I just... Huh. What? No, we're stopping. What bizarre is happening? Love fist. Why can't we move? Why can't we move? So it stops us, but... No, what? What? Explain to me why we're able to move and... Something isn't... I'm just very confused because... In our testing frame, there's no issue with forcing a stop based off of movement. And yet... Yeah. So... What could be causing this, I wonder? As you can see, I'm spamming the keys and nothing is allowing us to move. It's a hard stop. I mean, part of me wants to just copy over, like, all of the code. Since that would most likely fix whatever problem this is. Well, or I should say most of the code. I feel like if we go from stamina upwards, we would probably fix it. So copy that. As a test.
Alright.
And things are broken. Oh dear. Nope. Things are definitely broken. Nope.
Remember all the happy times we had?
And I just feel like a bit out of a loss here as to what could be causing that, because that's a pretty big, a pretty significant, thing. Oh, that is one of the songs in the background, Calvin Nicholson. Still moving. I feel like there's gotta be somewhere around here that would be causing the issue. Well, this is a conundrum. Copper Nicholson, this is some royalty-free music, so that's why it is being used. And again, I really feel like the solution here is going to be to just copy over code without breaking things from the Cobra code. Where is the Cobra code? Okay, yeah, that's what I did in this. I had to deactivate the Cobra code. Okay. I know what to do. So, go up to stamina. Deactivate that. Oh. We'll go to the test frame. We'll get up to stamina. Copy that. In the enemy accounts, we will deactivate Cobra code. Seems to be causing some glitches right now. Right? Yep, glitches. Okay. Alright, so that did fix the issue. So somewhere in our code, not sure why the Cobra code would be causing so much lag here and not on the on the test frame. I guess because we're using such massive backdrop objects. cool, Redcore. No, we were just doing some... trying to analyze a bug, Redcore. Alright. Well, if we know that this code works... what I will do is I will delete this. Copy that in. We'll get lad, probably. Yep. Massive lad. This is a hypothetical. I'm curious about something. Place the Cobra in the frame. Will that fix the problem? Probably not. Nope. Still a lad. Is it just these massive backdrop objects? I wonder. This is just for a test, chat. I have to wonder if something I'm doing here with these backdrop objects might be messing with the pathfinding algorithm. No, that does not seem to be the case. The lad is unbearable. All right. I just find it so confusing why the Cobra has no it is a non-issue in the other one. Oh well. Oh wait, do I have the for each object in this frame? I think I do. No, I do. I do. Not that, then. Okay. Well, that'll have to be something I look into at some point, chat. For now, you have some code. Let's put the sound effects in order. Alright. There we go. Force the stop like we should. Okay. There we go, chat. Finally, we have our sound effects. And the states have been made. That's most certainly a glitch. How? Everything is broken, chat. How we managed to break this, I have no idea. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dorothy's falling animation. Did we even cost stamina? No, we did. I mean, at least here it makes sense. If it has anything to do with the fact that we're not starting up here. Would this fix it? Oh dear. What on earth? Hold on. Okay, this is very bizarre. So, what's happening, chat, is for whatever reason, it's not setting us to 0 when we're on the ground floor. I don't know why. Just not. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because this is the... This should be running off the same code as everything else. What did we do? Up to stamina. Anything in testing that like no. No, I don't think that would cause anything. This frame is broken. Now we're down here. So that works, still works as intended, but why won't... Yeah, we're still running into that issue. Okay. And what I can always try doing, chat, is copying over all the code, but just can't quite fathom why this would be an issue. Oh. That it? Because we're That is it, yeah. Okay. Issue found, I think. We need to find that object and get it in this frame. Okay. There we go. That was it, chat. We were just missing an object. We fixed the chat. It makes sense. Everything makes sense again. Let's go. Alright, we finally fixed it. I will need to keep this in mind when Toe's copied over. Just see that little icon there. You get suspicious instantly. Yep, but now that that's fixed, let's make sure that the audio code is as it should be. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Okay. Can we listen to more upgrade music? Well, what do you mean by that, Copper Nicholson? I would say probably not Gretgor, again, because copyright stuff. That's always my concern. But, yeah, the music does seem to, at least the footstep audio, seems to finally be working as intended. Oh, more energy, less likely to fall asleep. We can see what's available. Let's, I think that's enough programming for tonight. We'll do... I'm going to take a little break, chat, and when we come back, I will dance some level editing and tile set making. So, you're back, guys. Alrighty, chat. Welcome back, everybody. I am going to try and see if we can get some more, I guess, upbeat music, as you put it, Copper Nicholson. So, let's see here. We have... be more energetic style. And there's epic. There's indie rock. That was a metal. Oh, rock. Let's go with just see what rock has.
I will believe the odds be hopeful and Try not to undo that which was built all around me. Take it all the way back to the melody. All we want is attack back where we wanna be, and all we had was our way.
It's alright. I guess I can leave that on for a little bit. Okay, fair enough, Tom Rinkelson. We can try it out. Yeah, back to this. First thing I actually want to do is I want to make doors have their own layer, so that when I end up copying things over, they'll still be where they should be in the map itself. Oh, hey Drekor. Not much. We're just I'm making a new layer. Call it doors. And what we're doing is we are going to copy over all of the doors to the doors layer. This will help in the long run with file set making, since when I do eventually have to copy this into Fusion, I'll have to hide those. Since the objects themselves, like interactable objects, will have to be put into Fusion itself, like implemented in game. So that stuff would go away, but it's also consequently gets rid of the doors, and we don't want that. Didn't take too long to at least get the main stairwells copied over. There aren't too many of them. Nope. Think. Okay, good. So we can still see the doors. Or I should say the stairwells. Now we should just need to do the same thing for the under level. Dude, out here. We probably should call this stairs. Stairs. Right. There we go. Bang. Bada boom. Alright. Now to actual design work. I did want to do an area more so over here, chat, so up and to the right. Since I feel like there's a lot of room for activities up here. In order to do that, we actually need this to have a, well, an area over here. I know some tile sets didn't quite match up, chat, so I'm trying to fix those. Anyway. Oh, fair enough, Hopper Nicholson. Fair enough. But I do need to fetch this tile set here. There's a higher elevation. Easy fix though. Honestly, this reminds me of the stuff they would play at, like, in the backgrounds while camping. Wow. So, when I was younger, I used to go camping with the Boy Scouts a lot. And at some of the bigger summer camps, they would play stuff like this in the background. Just a random memory I recall. That's all good. There. Okay, there we go. Elevation's more line up with things. That's what I was saying. I want to have an area over here. Probably branching doorways, as before.
Sucked out to sea. I wonder where you are, 'cause you know I take these things kinda extra hard. This back and forth will take me in.
And one fitting chat is over here we'll have some kind of, like, I'll call it a barracks for now, but like some kind of area with a lot of beds. I had a barracksy, like, area. An underground space like this. But we still have a pretty dark sort of floor. Not super finished.
They say all good things must end, but it's been too long since I've seen one again. It's over now. You played your role, now it's time to dissipate. I may not get very far. Let's be honest, I will never be a star.
Or, I mean, we could always go with wood. That might be a cooler aesthetic for like a barracksy area rather than just all this stone. Good wood. And what we could have is like a bunch of separate rooms for that could have their own little things in them. What is that, Copper Nicholson? see what we can get in terms of details. I never did draw a bed that was more of a vertical orientation. That might be a good time to do that. Yep. Alright, let's do that. We have a horizontal bed, but we need a more vertical bed.
Back way nice and slow. Feel the ebb and flow. But please get sucked out to sea.
I think we had a table before. That might be a good baseline for this. Yeah. Oh, that was that guy's name. Fair enough, Copper Nicholson. Fair enough. The reference. Alright, fair enough, Rector. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it, man, and thanks for the advice on the sound effects. I hope you have an awesome night. Good night, Rector. Alright, so kind of sort of bed stand right now, which is not what we want. Full bed. Alrighty. That up. So we have a pillow. Needs to be a bit wider. Making an anime about biological massive light and that was I think that'd be amusing, but no. So we have pillow. Blanket. Like that. I feel like the music stopped. All right. Just what Lido needs to make jump back. Okay, drop Nicholson. Okay. Oh yeah, so I remember that. Oh, I get the reference, Copper Nicholson. You're referring to that. There is a YouTube poop about the second Bionicle movie. Pretty amusing from what I remember. Everything needs to be narrower.
I wanna make sound. I wanna change everything. I wanna know it, feel it, take it all. I wanna fix everything. But the hardest part of this is to take
This properly proportioned, I wonder. so hypothetically, just to make sure we're... I mean, it could, theoretically, make sense. Since... it needs to actually fit a person, so... yeah, I think that would just barely fit. Portions are somewhat right. See what we can do here. Oh, it was my favorite era on Apple. And then I said it's probably the original one, and that's about it. I need to expand this up just to look the way I want it to. Some semblance of depth. Okay. Okay. Nope. Again, Copper Nicholson. I only saw so much of Bionicle when I was younger. In terms of antagonists in Bionicle, I think the Parako were pretty interesting as antagonists, just because I remember them in Bionicle Heroes, and that's about it. I don't think they ever got a movie, but they were a thing. Find a good spot for this. Please.
Just make sure to keep it all still straight so you can tell me all about it. Cause I'll be on my way back home to you. Take the time to be loved. Just wear your scars and don't speak. Cause I know you don't have the words, so I'll go slow and let it all work in. Don't you give in.
Yep, I did play that. Here. Okay. I just think that's from one of the commercials, Copper Nicholson.
This is for you and all the things that we've been through. I know you're wrong about the last time that we ever spoke aloud. Don't let your own advice, don't let them own you always. You know you're right, that's why you run away. Two things we couldn't be together now. We're not lonely. All I have is much better when you look at it plainly. Some of the parts only build one mess, and we're still here, unclear of what we were. Full high November,
There. Something strange has happened. Oh well, it'll fix it. Oh, did I somehow... Wait a minute. Oh, I accidentally deleted it. Okay. Alrighty. There is a more vertically facing bed. And the tricky thing becomes depth. Hey, that could work. Like a little. Fine. Yeah, I'm not opposed to having a longer bed and mattress here. Like that. I think I vaguely remember that, Copper Nicholson.
This is not the end, she says. She's drenched in blood. You laugh and say, good God, are you crazy? Without enough fun. What's wrong with my broken glass in your ears? But against all odds, it starts to make sense, and you feel away.
There we go. Oh, interesting. Did not know that, Copper Nicholson. I think that looks like a that looks like a bed. It's thin, but that's the point. It's supposed to look a bit Listing your side. Just for reference. Yep, that's plenty. Dorothy has a wide dress, but that's still. If you were to have this like be stackable. Careful. Going through the skies and start the earth. Interesting, Copper Nicholson. Did not know that about the lore. There we go. Finally for layer 2. Not be something similar. Alright, and there we go. Now we have the capability. Well, I don't need to move it. But now we have the capability. Make this as tall or as short as we want it to. I move that over there. It's like the seat, bunk bed sort of thing. No, it took a bit to draw Copper and everyone else watching, but here we are. We have some variants of this, so Dorothy. Okay. Oh, almost. Alright, now we have the means, chat. There are bunk beds.
Asked her if she'd stay a while. She said that's really not my style. I might be here for tonight, but
Alrighty.
maybe I'll be gone in the morning light. Take me away to my favorite place where I don't have to go.
That'll do for that. Let's go back to our lights playlist. If we can. Alright. Do that correctly. We should now have some... There we go. We now have some of these to work with, which is good. There we go. Doesn't really give a good indication of how high up it is, though. Yeah. I would have like a break in the wall there that goes somewhere else. That'd be interesting. That was stone. Well, it's like some kind of ventilation. I think we might need to actually draw like a grate on the ground or something like that. Or maybe not ventilation, we just make this a larger room. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Just have like different spots being blocked off due to the way the beds are arranged.
All right. I'll tell you the truth.
Why? No, like an air event, Cobber Nicholson.
Remember all the happy times we had? Very
Alright. Oh, no, it's not Copper Nicholson. It's just the... I like this kind of music because I think it's more cerebral. I think that's the right word. That beat. Good map making music. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you like to think of it that way. Or RPG music, things like that. Copper Nicholson. Oh, I'm now noticing we definitely need some elevation differences in color here if we want this to not get too confusing. Well, maybe not, but we can try it. I'm just concerned that if we make these too big, we're going to end up in a situation. It's difficult to determine how tall things actually are supposed to be. Oh, hey, Jake Eagle. How's it going? Think. Yep. Ready? What you working on, Jake Eagle? More programming? Currently in the wonders of level design right now. Hmm. Ooh, part of me wants to actually have an item over here that you can't quite get, but you have to go maybe through the well to get to it. That'd be neat. Let's about how the player has to approach this area. So they come in from this door over here somewhere. Would allow us to. Oh, no problem, JG. Believable. Yeah, what I'm imagining is just something up here that it seems so close. It's oh, maybe not through the well, but we'd have it be like you have to loop way around to actually get to it. They have a part that opens up here. Those would be some drawers. Having a big empty room like this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, though. Let's see here. Player choice. Have there be different sort of areas here, I think. Feel like a little rug there, maybe. Always a space thing here. Just have some stone up there so it could be like a little cutaway. Probably not Copper Nicholson. Yep, Rom's a great character, though. You're saying Milliam Orion's the daughter of Rom and Lita? What? Excuse me. Alright, what I'm thinking, chat, is have to force the player to take a lower route. Whereas this could be their opportunity to use a high one, to have the high ground. Okay. Like by the time the player gets here, they would have experienced the rattle. So, we need to introduce some rattlesnakes around here. I'll put a key up there. Ooh, actually, no, better yet, put the key in there. Make them go through a maze and have to get out. Okay. Yeah. Need more of a maze then. Just how wide to make these barracks through. Imagine these being pretty massive. Alright. Well. Actually, it's getting a bit later. I do need to wake up early tomorrow, so this will actually be a decent spot to start. Out here. Whoops. I think this will be a decent spot to start wrapping things up. Yeah, did some level design, did some sound design. Not much level design tonight, but at least we're approaching something of interest. Anyway, I've also wrapped things up right now in chat. If you're watching here on Twitch, feel free to stick around for a raid. But if you're watching here on YouTube and you like what you saw, please subscribe to YouTube. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. You can always change your mind later, and it's a great way to show support. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you have an awesome night.